Quinn Snyder using this opportunity, not maybe for the win tee, but they're going to put in a couple of guys for experience, and that is William Howard, the rookie out of France, and Stanton Kidd. He's out at Colorado State. Kidd is 27. He's been around internationally. Williams Goss will also come in the ball game.
Well, it's a great opportunity for these guys to come in and play in this game, but you look at some of the reasons you just mentioned that Quinn Snyder put those guys in. I think he's seen a lot of what he wanted to see from the group that he had start the game. And obviously, you don't want to overload these guys with minutes. Rudy Gobert came in and played some great minutes right away. So did Bogdanovich and you know, all the guys. Mike Conley. But this is good run for these young guys.
Well, they come in with a score tied at 106 and 8 minutes left. Williamson inside and one. This crowd came to see this young player, and he's delivered with 25. And he went from right to left and then uses the body. Great positioning, T, and the finish and the layup and a free throw.
But once Zion gets the ball out there, you can see his teammates just clear space for him. Basically telling Zion to go to work, young fella.
He scored 29 in Chicago on Wednesday night, 26 here in the fourth quarter against Utah. A 20-4 run by the Pelicans. Oni, yes, corner three.
Beautiful shot by Millet.
Quite a move on a scoop. Alexander Walker, 20-point night off the bench. Jazz with the ball down by 2. Pelicans steal it away. Jackson to Hart. Terrell Brantley will come in. Bucket, good. Alexander Walker. Virginia Tech making a name for himself in preseason game number 3. T, I tell you, no answer for the Pelicans. They've scored on their last 12 possessions.
Nine assists this year.
But that pass right there, that should count for something.
7 minutes left. Pelicans on a 24-7 run. And the defensive play of the game is brought to you by Vivint Smart Home. Vivint's comprehensive smart home solutions allow you to control your home from anywhere. And see, earlier in this game, the Jazz were their first coaches challenge of the year. They won it. It was a block on Zion Williamson. They reviewed it, and sure enough, Jeff Green was on top of the ball, and it was reversed. And the coaches challenged one by Quinn Snyder.
Well, that went the Jazz's way, but we talked about it before we came back. The Jazz are turning the ball over a little bit too much. 17 turnovers. Can't happen if you want to be in a game like this at the end of it.
Yeah, Pelicans have scored 23 points off those giveaways. I'll tell you one stat that jumps out, and it kind of goes back to your conversation, Thurl, about, you know, how comfortable this team is becoming. 32 assists.
Yeah.
60% from the floor, 53% from downtown. Yet they've been outscored in this quarter when we came back 24-9.
Yeah, and a lot of that goes back to your offense is clicking pretty well. Yes, you're turning the ball over too much, but your defense has got to be the great equalizer. Because if you're not making them and you're not letting them make them, then you've got an opportunity to pull this thing out in the end.
Yeah, both coaches now have pulled their starters and most of their second teamers. There's Conley, who bounced back after a tough night in Milwaukee with 13 on his 32nd birthday. Williams Goss out of Gonzaga to Brantley. There's Bradley on an inside jump hook for 2. Tony's averaged nearly 18 points, 10 rebounds in preseason, T, and shooting 74%.
Yeah, he's done a great job of really mastering what he needs to around that rim offensively. Starting to take it up strong now and not just think it's an easy shot in there.
Another travel. First empty possession of this quarter for the Pelicans, halfway through the fourth. The Jazz within striking distance. Look, what you've got here is a battle of players who are trying to make a roster.
And it's about stops right now, Bowler. It's about getting stops and capitalizing on those.
Howard, in and out, tapped out. Howard's there for the rebound and a fresh 14 on the shot clock. Brantley comes back into front court, spins out of trouble. This guy has moves as well. Short on the spin. Ball's loose and picked up. Pelicans come the other way. Dribble drive, Gray inside, scores it.
Gray did a nice job of attacking Tony Bradley that time and just kind of went wide out on that right-handed kiss off the glass.
Josh Gray opens up a 6-point lead with just over 5 minutes to play. Brantley, the Kid, up and down. Stanton Kidd rocks the rim for three. 117-114. Over and back. It was not touched.
I think a few people disagree.
And Alvin Gentry, let's see if a coach's challenge comes. Yep.
Good call, Bowler. Or maybe you can't.
Yeah, that's not allowed in the rules. And Alvin Gentry, I can't tell you what he said to Brandon Adair. Williams-Goss. Brantley on the drive, inside. Cutter, beautifully done, inside, and the Kid knocked down a three, and now slips and slides inside for two.
Great work by this group. Now let's see if they can sustain that same kind of energy on the defensive end.
Back to within one. This is what Quinn Snyder wanted to see.
Right.
Who wants to play this game? Gray, deep, short. Brantley reaches out for the rebound. Jazz can retake the lead. Brantley from the College of Charleston. Now the replay center, T, reminded us that over and back is not reviewable. So Gentry, and this is all kind of new in the coach's challenge that they're looking at in the preseason, but one of quite interest. You got to be pretty sure that you're going to win that challenge. If not, you lose the timeout. Kid for three. Slides it off the rim.
So that time I thought Tony Bradley had that shot in the restricted area. But he made a nice pass out to get a wide open shot. But I think it was a basket he probably could have just gone up vertically and taken.
Timeout called by Alvin Gentry. Still barking at the over and back call. So it's a team timeout, our first one tonight.
That's just a preseason bark, too.
It was pretty loud, though, T.
Yeah.
And this is our first Jiffy Lube team timeout. Oil, brakes, batteries, tire rotations, and so much more. Jiffy Lube, multi-care. You can do more in a Jiffy. Now, don't forget, a reminder to go to 32auctions.com/Utah Jazz Game Night. We've been talking about it all night, Thurl. Join the online charity auction. The Jazz raising money for Make-A-Wish Utah and the Larry H. Miller charities. There's a ton of cool packages, signed jerseys, courtside seats. You can sit next to Gail Miller. Go golfing with Mike Conley. You can even come and hang out with us on a broadcast night. Make a bid for one of these great packages to benefit some great causes. And the Larry H. Miller Charities, you know, as you know, they've done marvelous things for so many years for so many people.
No question about it. I mean, and it stems years and years back. I mean, I know when I came in as a rookie, the community service part was a huge part of it. I want to hear your auctioneer voice, though. Maybe we ought to.
Want to go? Anybody give me 30, 35? I
knew you had it. I knew you had it.
I learned that from Pops. The old Missouri, you know, cattle barn where they used to auction off cattle.
Yeah. I didn't know what cattle was until I came to. I'm from D.C., man. Come on.
Oh, I love it. Well, Thurl, this game's for the taking. I mean, they started, you know, both clubs put their best five on the floor most likely tonight. And now you got to see how the young fellas finish.
Yeah, I think it's been, for a preseason game, it's been a well-coached and well-substituted game to get the fans what they want to see.
Gray was on a search dribble and then threw it away inside. No look from Brantley. Blocked by Hayes. Tony Bradley needed to go stronger, and the runaway on the other end. 119-116.
Yeah, Tony Bradley tried to Euro step, like a baby Euro step into that layup, which gave the shot blocker enough time to get to it.
Williams Goss with a high floater for three. All-American Gonzaga. Went overseas for a couple of years, T. Came back, and the Jazz thinks he's ready to play minutes. Here's Howard. One bounce. Lost it, and a foul. Looks like Bess was there. Or was it Hayes?
With the delayed whistle, I wasn't quite sure they were going to call it, but a nice pass by JB out to the corner. Nigel Williams-Goss knocks it down.
Javon Bess, the foul. We're tied at 119. And just under 3 minutes of play in preseason game number 3. Bradley. Stanton Kidd gives it away. Played at Colorado State. Best turns the corner. Denied by Howard. They work the corner. 12 to shoot. Adams, floater, won't go. Rebound. And a reset on the clock at 14. Jumper, side of the backboard. Rebound, put it in, and off and tipped, and won't go. Who's in that crowd but Bradley to clear it for Utah? Kidd on the run. Running downhill, off the glass, and rolls it in.
Great defensive stance by the Jazz to take advantage of it on the offensive end.
Kidd, a quick 7 off the bench. And right back at you is a 2-ball by Bess. We're tied at 121 and under 2 minutes to play. Brantley up and under. Follow on the backside by Bradley. Big buckets, T. Down the stretch, Utah by 2. These are not household names, mind you.
No.
On the court right now. Adams for 3.
Unfortunately, Howard got tripped up trying to defend that.
Jalen Adams puts New Orleans on top by 1 with 1:30 to play. Ball tapped out of the hands by Gray. Brantley, only Jazz man back, lobs it up top. And showtime in New Orleans.
Pelicans giving the fans what they've wanted.
Jazz just down 3. Plenty of time with 1:15 and the clock runs. Williams-Goss. Tony Bradley. Kidd. Goss in the corner. Got to hurry, and a foul. The Jazz get some help down on the block on a reach-in.
Right here, the Jazz turn it over, and the Pelicans are running with it. Nice lob here to Cheatham. Finishes strong.
Shot clock, T, was down to under 4, and now they'll reset it to 14 with 1:01 to play and a timeout, Utah. (126 to 123). We'll keep it here for another Jiffy Lube team timeout. T, it's that time of year to check your brakes, your oil, your batteries.
Young guys with these teaching moments to really try to coach them on the sidelines, and he comes up to them between the timeouts saying, all right, guys, you got to keep playing jazz ball regardless of the score. Just instilling them the right way to play, the jazz culture. So this is a huge moment for these young guys as they're looking to try to close out this game here.
Well, Kristen, they got a minute and some change to get past the Pelicans, down 3. Utah with possession. Brantley will inbound. Nice cut to the basket. Kidd lost it out of bounds. Who touched it last? Pelicans again give the Jazz the ball back with 12 on the shot.
State Jazz ball.
Bradley gets the inbounds. The lob back inside.
Beautiful
Top the
move.
rim and in. Oh, beautiful pass inside by Williams-Goss, and Tony able to finish.
Well, beautifully executed play. And that's a play they practice over and over again. The timing has to be precision-like.
Stolen away. Jazz get a hand in the passing lane. Poked away by Brantley. Here's Howard on the lob. Bradley with the finish. Back-to-back buckets by the former Tar Heel. 10 off the bench all here in the 4th, and the Jazz by 1.
Big stop right here.
Blocked by Bradley. Oh, the youngsters. You gotta love them.
How big was that, Bowler?
Bradley has scored the last 6 for the Jazz. 5 seconds between shot clock, game clock. 127, 126. Williams-Goss handles it to Howard. Straight away 3. Off the back of the backboard, and timeout. Gentry with 6 ticks to play in preseason game number 3. You know, Thurl, T challenged this young team to go out and say, you can finish it, lose it, or win it. Right now, up 1.
No kidding. KK was talking about how the veterans are talking to the young guys. Let's finish this game. Watch this pass right here to Tony Bradley, who kisses it right off the glass. Look at their teammates.
Bradley in just 9 minutes, T. 10 points, 5 rebounds. That's unreal. And 7 shots.
Yeah, he's really earned it, though, Bowler. We talked about his work in the offseason and still how young he is. But now he's getting an opportunity to show why all that hard work is important. He's getting an opportunity, especially in the preseason, that he wants to carry over into the real thing when the regular season starts.
Now look at Gobert, too, in that huddle with Bradley and Kidd and Howard.
Well, these last 6 seconds, this is a big defensive moment. Even though it is preseason, this is the big defensive moment for this team, for these young guys out on the court.
All right, here we go. Jazz Nation, stand up, hold your breath, back home. That's what they're doing here at Smoothie King Center. Gray, the handoff, 4 to shoot, down to 3. Best leans inside. Oh, they're gonna count it on a goaltend by Bradley. This will be reviewed. Ooh, oh,
May have been close.
Is it on the upward flight? I say yes.
I think it's still going up.
I do too. I'm not trying to look at this through rose-colored glasses, but up, and away.
Yeah, I don't think it has reached its peak yet. But it'll be interesting to see how the officials view it.
Well, our review is brought to you by Siegfried & Jensen, reviewing injury cases and helping people in Utah for over 30 years. Now waiting for the replay official back in Secaucus to pop up on that screen. See, let's look at this again. Slow-mo, up it goes. I don't see.
Yeah.
You see it coming down?
Now that they slowed it down a little bit, and a closer look at it, looked like it may have been on its beginning of its downward path.
I'd say on that look, though, it doesn't.
It doesn't.
But on that side angle, it did. I would agree. Right now, 0.3 of a second on the clock. Jazz down 1 if this call stands.
But the other part of that for a young player is you make them make that shot, I think. Obviously I hope it goes in Brantley's favor, but it was actually a tough floater to take.
All right, now we got,
man.
That's just a tough call. Now the officials now asking for another angle as we watch him to our right side, T.
Man, it looked like it kind of planed out. It wasn't really coming down, but I don't know the official rule. I would think it was down trajectory, but.
All right, we just got word that the call will stand. So the goaltend will put the Pelicans on top by 1, and they're going to put 1.4 seconds on the clock.
Look at the Jazz bench.
Well, the Jazz bench you saw not happy with the call. Now Quinn's going to call timeout and set up a play here.
Well, the Jazz players were doing the challenge signal in the air to the officials, basically saying, no, we want to challenge that. Go look at it again.
Going to appeal the challenge.
Yeah.
Quinn Snyder, calm and cool. Conley in the huddle.
I don't think that was clear cut, though, Bowler.
No. I'll be honest. The crowd here agrees with it. I'm trying to look at it. You are objectively, and that was as close as I've seen in a long time on a goaltend call.
If anything, I think he got it right at its peak when the ball kind of planed out. But again, that's the kind of shot when the clock's ticking down. Make them make that. If he makes it, good on him.
Well, T, with a 1.4 seconds, a lot can happen.
That's right.
In this game, Brantley will inbound. So here we go. See if the Jazz can't hit a shot at the buzzer. Now another timeout as Alvin Gentry walks onto the floor. He wanted to see how the Jazz, I guess, set this play up.
That's right. Now Quinn's going to come out with another one. He's got a lot of things in that bag of his.
This has a different feeling, I got to be honest, Thurl, than a preseason game.
Yeah, it does.
You know, I mean, remember the Jazz, it all began right here in New Orleans.
And all that's a part of it, I think, isn't it? Pelicans are mad that we kept the name, I'm sure, right? But also, this crowd has been waiting, right, for an opportunity to kind of cheer. Again, last year was a little bit awkward with the Anthony Davis situation. Then they hit the jackpot of all jackpots.
Well, they were disappointed. Remember when Chris Paul made his exit.
That's right.
And now Anthony Davis is off and in LA with the Lakers. There's new hope with Zion Williamson for a reason. I'd say the Lakers gave away a lot of players.
Yes, they did.
For one Anthony Davis. All right, here we go. 1.4 to play in a one-point game. Brantley out of the College of Charleston will inbound. Knocked away, back out of bounds. Boy, they took nearly a second off the clock on an inbound. So it now reads
Yeah,
0.5.
I need to look at that.
They're going to put some time back. Let's see. Yes. 0.9. Still time, T, for one pass or at least a dribble. There's a cross-court pass. And I guess Williams-Goss was supposed to go to the corner.
Yeah, it's a miscommunication.
And he broke the other way,
Yeah.
and so the Jazz don't even get a shot at it. Inbounding the Pelicans, it's over.
Tonight's final score, the Jazz 127 and your Pelicans 128.
The final 128 to 127. The Pelicans and the Jazz are second consecutive loss in the preseason. Milwaukee and now here in New Orleans and back at it at home, Jazz Nation, for two straight. Starting with Sacramento Monday night, and then Wednesday we'll see Lillard and McCollum and the Portland Trailblazers before a week off before the season starts. Turnovers a big issue tonight, T. 20 in all for the Jazz. Derek Favors giving some hugs to his former teammates. Faves didn't play a lot tonight, 11 minutes in all, just a couple of free throws and 2 rebounds. Only took 2 shots.
Exciting preseason game, though.
Absolutely.
I mean, well coached. I thought the coaches both did a great job of player management, right? Getting guys in there, getting Rudy in there and Zion in there to really please the fans and show what he can do. But really enjoyable game.
You saw Favors and Joe Ingles with a special moment there. Joe told us at practice today, look, I thought we were one of the best pick and roll combos in the NBA.
No question.
And look at that, Donovan having his moment as well. 9 years in a Jazz uniform and always a fan favorite in Utah.
Well, that's the beauty of this game. You know, you play with a guy for a long time and you develop those special bonds.
Hey, what do you know? Derek Favors is going to stop by and talk to KK.
That's right, guys. I know it's weird that I'm interviewing you and you're in a different jersey.
Yeah, it's kind of strange. It was kind of weird when I walked down. I saw everybody. I was like, man, like it felt weird, but you know, I got a chance to speak to everybody, and you know, it felt good out there.
I know. Describe just being on the floor playing against guys that you played with for so many years.
Yeah, it definitely felt weird playing against Rudy and Joe and Donovan and all those guys, man. And you know, I'm used to being on offense with them, on defense with them, and you know, it felt kind of weird at first, but as the game went on, I had to like settle down there and realize like I'm on another team now. But no, it was great seeing them again.
Okay, so I saw you embrace Joe Ingles there. You told me earlier that you missed him probably the most.
Yeah.
What was that like?
Man, it was. Me and Joe made so many plays my time there, and you know we built a really good bond. And I mean I miss all the guys there. You know, just Joe is Joe. Everybody loves Joe, man. And he was one of my guys there, man. I just embraced him and told him, man, like I wish y'all good luck, and you know y'all gonna be good this year, and I'll be watching.
I love also that you're supporting Donovan still in the Don Issue 1 shoes.
Yeah. He told me he's gonna see me smoke colorways, so I'm excited about that. So. He said he's going to hit this guy up, and I should get some in a couple of weeks.
That's what he told me, too. Well, once a Jazz man, always a Jazz man. What do you want to leave and say to Jazz Nation right now who's seeing you?
Like I said before, I appreciate y'all, and I'll see y'all when we play, November 23rd. I'll see y'all when we play y'all November 23rd.
You got it. All right. Thanks, Fave.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Guys, it's so weird for me, too.
Oh, absolutely.
But I love him.
Yeah,
love him.
no, class act all the way. And you know what's amazing, T? He knows when he's coming to Salt Lake.
He does. He's got the date down,
November
right?
23rd.
Yeah, I can really relate to that feeling. I mean, I was traded from the Jazz after 8 years, and then when I came back as a Timberwolf to play the Jazz, it was just a great feeling to see people and just to engage and thank people for those great times. So I'm happy for D-Faves getting an opportunity here.
Well, here in New Orleans, a battle to the finish, and the Jazz come up just a bit short. 128-127 the final. Welcome into Jazz Game Night, the post-game report, presented by Siegfried and Jensen, helping injured people throughout Utah for more than 30 years.